Joining us now, Director of Marketing for Goodwill Niagara, Bob Romeo. Bob, welcome. We're
Thanks.
used to seeing your face here on your TV in another capacity, but we've got some issues, I think, right now, or at least you have some issues with some dumping taking place at drop-off sites.
Yes, we do. We closed our all 6 of our Goodwill locations. So we have 2 in St. Catharines, 2 in Welland, 1 in Niagara Falls, and 1 in Port Colborne. We closed them all for shopping, obviously, because it's not safe for our staff or our shoppers, but it's not safe for our donors either. So we've closed all of the locations. We've laid off a lot of staff, and we basically don't have the staff now to go around and pick up donations that shouldn't be there. We have signage up at the donation centers that we're no longer collecting donations. I mean, we thank the community for helping us out. They've helped us for years, and they're going to help us in the future. But at this time, it's not the time to make a donation.
It's quite, I guess, perplexing for a lot of people because as the spring weather comes, they start thinking about spring cleaning. And now with a lot of people with downtime confined to their homes for the most part, this is when they start going through stuff. So if they can't drop them off at Goodwill, what are some of their options?
Well, see, I was thinking about the spring thing because every year, for a lot of years, we don't seem to get a spring. We go from winter to almost summer. This is the first year we've actually had a spring. And yes, people are at home. People do have time on their hands. They're probably looking around saying, I never used that. I don't need this. But it would be great. You could still do your spring cleaning as a family, but we're asking for you to put them in boxes or bags and just put them off to the side and hold them on. Be responsible until we do return, because your donations do help a lot of people in the community. When it's sold at our stores, the revenue goes back to helping create jobs in our community, to create training programs. We have 2 affordable senior housing buildings. So it is helping, but if you leave it outside when we're not collecting it, people are rummaging through it. So they're ripping the bags open. It's all over the parking lot. Also, if it rains, it gets damaged, it gets destroyed, then it can't be used for anything. So I know they're trying to do the right thing, which is help out in the community, but you have to wait and hold on to your donations and not donate them now.
What other kinds of problems does it cause at your drop-off sites and at your 6 stores?
Right now, we've had a little bit of not only ripping through the bags, but a little vandalism. There's been some body fluids on the clothing to make it lightly. In Port Colborne, we had a compactor that we have at the back of the store that was broken into and busted. So now that has to come out of funds that we don't have because we're not operating right now. It'll have to come out of some funds to help fix that in the future.
Bob, you mentioned some of the programs that Goodwill Niagara runs. How are those programs being offered during this time of social distancing?
Right now, we don't because it's very close and our office is closed down. But normally, we do have our Constructing Our Future program. We have a retail program. We have different programs. We have a lot of volunteers that come through our different locations as well. And all of that has kind of been put to the halt. Nothing at our stores. We do also have an attended donation center, which is in Welland at the Humberstone landfill, but that has now been closed because all of landfills, this just I think came up over the weekend, are only open to essential businesses and no longer open to the public. So now the fear is that if I can't take it to the landfill, I'll bring it to them. And we are getting some broken furniture that would not have been donated on a regular basis, but people don't have anywhere else to go. But I'm sure there's another. I've been looking at different Goodwills across Canada. They're featuring the same type of things, Goodwills across the U.S. and different nonprofits in our community that are having the same problem. It's nice, and we do appreciate, we love our donors. We love our shoppers. We want you to be safe right now. We just appreciate it that you hang on to it until we're back. And hopefully it's not that long.
Can people donate to Goodwill financially during this time?
They could online if they'd like to. We do have a way to do that. But yeah, our main thing is our donations, and we just have to make sure that, that everyone is staying safe right now. As Mayor Walter Sendzik has said, and Mayor Diodati and all the other mayors in the community have said, now is the time to try to get COVID-19 under control, to stay home as much as possible, work from home. I'm working from home. A lot of people are working from home. You should be more concerned about how is my family going to eat? Is my family safe? Yeah, there are little things, and I know it's frustrating to be around the house, but yeah, it would be a great time for spring cleaning as a family, but unfortunately, we need you to hang on to it.
Bob, we're going to let you do one of your patented sign-offs now.
Oh boy, what would I be? I'm Bob. Do it for the community, Romeo.
Beautiful.
Something like that might work.
Thanks for your time, Bob. Please do not be dropping items off at Goodwill locations. That's the message from Bob Romeo. We'll be back in just a moment.